Hey everybody, Joker right here with another video, and this time doing another To the Mancave episode because I just felt inspired to talk about another topic for a certain length of time. And what kind of really started me off, first off, what I want to talk about today is something that's kind of near and dear to my heart, and that is Heath Ledger's performance as the Joker. I guess you could say this one gonna be one of the more serious episodes that I do. And what really kind of started me off thinking about this today, which today is Saturday. I'm recording this is like 9:40 at night. So this is, I'm kind of getting a little tired. So if I sound a little groggy, that's what. But what started me off is that earlier today I was reading an article that I came across online as to the Joker's. Where the Joker was during the events of The Dark Knight Rises. And, so there's going to be some major spoilage for The Dark Knight Rises coming up shortly. And so, anyway, and what this person, I forget who the author was, I forget the website, but they're citing their source as The Dark Knight Rises novel adaptation, which, and they quoted this from the book that apparently the Harvey Dent Act, which you learned about in the movie and stuff after Harvey Dent died. Some new legislation went passed, and the Harvey Dent Act made it impossible for criminals to plead insanity and get sent to like a asylum and stuff. And so pretty much Arkham was all the prisoners from Arkham were moved to Blackgate Penitentiary, which in the movie, of course, once Bane seizes control, he releases everybody and onto all the criminals onto the streets again. But what the novel adaptation said, that nobody really knows where the Joker is, but there's speculation that he was the only prisoner or inmate at Arkham that didn't leave. Like, they specifically kept the Joker there by himself as kind of a, I guess you could say, punishment. Because when you think about it, the only way to really punish the Joker, and I guess in a sense to kill him, is to make it so where he does not have an audience. He doesn't have anybody to talk to, nobody to play mind games with and stuff like that, and especially Heath Ledger's The Dark Knight rendition of Joker. And so that just kind of got me thinking back on the subject of the Joker, and specifically Heath Ledger's version of him. And when I come back to this, and when I say that it's kind of near and dear to my heart, because every time I think about The Dark Knight and I think about the Joker, I feel, I don't know, just kind of, it makes me feel, I don't know, not depressed or anything, but just kind of sad at the next Dark Knight Rises, what could have been, what Heath Ledger's acting career could have become, and pretty much, just what his future would have been. And I definitely was seeing him as becoming one of the new major, I guess you could say, big actors of our time. And so, it's very sad what happened to Heath, and, overdosing on painkillers and whatnot. And so it just kind of makes me think about it when I go back and think about him. And when I think about The Dark Knight Rises, I read in the trivia, because, I'm addicted to IMDb kind of trivia. I love to read the trivia section of all these movies and stuff. And I read for The Dark Knight Rises that there was not a single mention of the Joker in the entire movie, and I don't recall them ever mentioning the Joker in the movie either. And that was said. It was said because that was done out of respect to Heath Ledger, which I guess I can understand somewhat. But really, I think if you're not like I'm kind of, my mind's a little cloudy right now. I'm getting tired. But if you're not going to mention his character and what the important events that he kind of put in motion and stuff, that seems more like disrespect to Heath than anything else. I don't know if that's just me or what any of you guys think about it, but it just seems to me that not mentioning the Joker seems more like disrespect to him than a respect to Heath Ledger. And I don't know, that kind of grinds my gears when I think about that too. Which I can understand it. I'm not I don't totally see where they were going, and I'm sure that for people who personally knew Heath, and especially Christian Bale, who was very good friends with Heath Ledger at the time they passed, that kind of mentioning him would just make him I don't know, it would just kind of make everybody distraught. So I guess that it's kind of best not to mention the character, but it would have been nice if they had included that remark that's in the novel adaptation about what happened to Joker, because I just kind of left the theater going okay, but this doesn't really explain this and this and this, and there were still a lot of loose ends at the end of The Dark Knight Rises. It ended. I think that it was a satisfying conclusion to the Dark Knight trilogy, but that doesn't mean that it always answers all the questions that you had in your mind. And so, that's just pretty much it. I just kind of wanted to felt like talking about this topic and Heath Ledger's Joker and what happened to him and what happened to Heath and stuff, and what pretty much could have been in The Dark Knight Rises, because I feel that kind of like what I think his name's Cillian Murphy, he played Jonathan Crane / the Scarecrow in Batman Begins and Dark Knight Rises and stuff. Kind of like how he made a cameo appearance in Dark Knight and then Dark Knight Rises. I kind of had the feeling that if Heath were still alive, that he would have had a role to play in The Dark Knight Rises. I don't know if it would have been just kind of a small role or if he would have been a main villain. I kind of like to think that he would have had a major part in this, because I could definitely see replacing Bane with the Joker. Now, of course, I'm not talking about making the Joker the secret head of the League of Shadows. That'd be kind of stupid in my opinion, but making him this his kind of ultimate I don't know, attack on Gotham, just putting in the utter chaos and stuff, with kind of like what Bane did. Of course, Bane went from more like a totalitarian approach to things, kind of making it his own little kingdom, with cutting Gotham off from the rest of the country and the world. But I could have seen him also. I think it would have been really funny, and kind of a reference to Batman the Animated Series, if the Joker was the judge, because in the movie the Scarecrow, Jonathan Crane, he was doing the mock trials for all the cops and stuff and the politicians, where pretty much there was no actual trial. They were just kind of faking it and stuff, and said, okay, you're sentenced to exile or sentenced to death and whatnot. And it would have been cool if the Joker was the one with doing the judge role, and if he actually had one of the British wigs on and stuff. Because if you remember, this is kind of some hardcore trivia for Batman fans out there like me. But in an episode of Batman the Animated Series, I forget which the episode was called, but pretty much all the inmates of Arkham Asylum, they took over the asylum, and they were demanding they had hostages, and Batman had to turn himself in to the criminals to be judged. And the Joker, of course, was the judge, and then Two-Face was working for the prosecution. Sorry, my throat's a little dry right now. He was the prosecutor, and then they brought all the rogues gallery up to the witness stand. And it was a great episode, definitely one of the best, one of my personal favorites. But that would have been a nice kind of wink and nod to it. But yeah, I guess overall, in the end, I definitely think that Heath Ledger's Joker, the Joker would have played at least a kind of cameo appearance in this movie if Heath were still alive. So yeah, so if you guys have been listening in this entire time while I ramble, kudos to you. And so, just tell me what you think in the comments section below. What you think about what the Joker was doing during the events of The Dark Knight Rises, and what you think Heath Ledger's role in The Dark Knight Rises would have been if he were still alive. Yeah, so that's it, guys. Thank you for watching, as always. If you liked the video, thumbs up. And if you don't like it, well, sorry. I'll try better next time. But that's it. So, thank you guys for watching. This is JokerFett signing out. Bye.